What's up, your gang peeps, Padawans? Just want to get on here a bit and just share my thoughts on Wrestlemania 37 Night 1. The first pay-per-view event that ever since the pandemic hit a year ago, a year to the day maybe. I believe it's a year to the day, if I'm not mistaken. And actually, yeah, in any case, it it actually had to be in the same stadium that it was postponed from, and they had to move it to the performance center. And thankfully, now that it was in front of a live crowd. You could tell the energy level was up, especially when Vince McMahon came out and all the wrestlers were standing behind him, and you could tell the energy was through the roof to the point where it was electric. And you could tell by the faces they were happy to see the crowd, and we were happy. Many of us who were watching were happy to see the crowd and hear the crowd be vocal. And it's not a WrestleMania when you don't hear the crowd. They were just vocal as can be. And hopefully night 2 will continue that the crowd being vocal. It's not there. It wasn't that much of a crowd, but it was a crowd nonetheless. It was good to hear. And speaking of the crowd, big ups to my friend Richard Lozano, who was there at WrestleMania 37 and with his friends, and he had to deal with the weather, as like I said, with what was going on down there, as it was there was a delay, like I mentioned before, and in any case, he and I have been to WrestleMania in New Orleans, and all I can say was we both experienced the Undertaker's entrance music, and it was, to say the least, awe-inspiring and iconic. And I was also at WrestleMania in Orlando, and I can twice. So for me, WrestleMania is being there for WrestleMania twice is one of the highlights for me, and hopefully I can go with 2 more WrestleManias to come, which I'm gonna cross off my bucket list. Hopefully, I might go to the WrestleMania in Dallas. Who knows at this point? But I should just go ahead and do it. In any case, I'll make the decision soon. But in any case, and with the first match, Lashley versus McIntyre, it was just two brutes just battling each other, and it ended up with Lashley winning over McIntyre, putting on the Hurt Locker, and McIntyre did not tap out; he passed out. So unfortunately, Lashley did not regain his title, but it did give Lashley a more significant title run, because he's been working 16 years to get that title, and kudos to him. Big ups to McIntyre, not McIntyre, but McIntyre as well. He put up a hard-fought battle, and when it comes to Lashley, hope he continues this title run until Lashley drops it to whoever. The tag team title reigns, on the tag team title turmoil for the women, and I wasn't really too invested in the match, but I did notice that Mandy Rose fell, and later on that night, a picture was shown of Titus O'Neil consoling her because of what happened to him, and when he was basically flew under the ring, running towards, and then tripped and fell and disappeared under the ring, and that was a funny sight to see. And now the reigns have been it's been passed down to Mandy Rose. Let's just say about that when it comes to tripping on the way to the ring. In any case, yeah, I forgot who basically won that match on the women's tag team turmoil, but anyways. It was an okay match. That needs to say, and then Omos and Styles versus New Day, and I was actually rooting for Osmos and Styles to win because the Cole or whoever it was has been harping on the fact that Styles has never won the tag team titles, and big ups to Styles and Omos, and for Styles being a Grand Slam champion now that he's a tag team champion with Omos, and yeah, it was a pretty awesome sight to see, and Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. Cesaro's first win at WrestleMania, against Seth Rollins, and he set a record when it comes to Cesaro swings, 23 to be exact. And I'm sure there's more when it comes to Cesaro doing his swings. There's more. It's bigger swings than that. More than 23 when it comes to his indie wrestling. And I'm sure I'll probably check on YouTube. I'll check on that later. But for now, he set a record for 23 swings on Seth Rollins, and he was genuinely happy and appreciative to the crowd when he won. And hopefully this will be his push for a possible potential title shot, and he deserves it, knowing how hard he's worked, and he's a workhorse, to say the least. And then we had Shane versus Braun, and then and I'm gonna say this, Shane McMahon, it's not a WrestleMania unless Shane McMahon either jumps off or gets thrown off, or basically jumps off or being thrown off anywhere high. Tonight was any different when Braun basically just threw Shane off the top of the steel cage and down to the ring, and and you could tell when he landed on his back, it knocked the wind out of him. For a guy who's 51 years old, props to you, man. 51, you give your body to what you love to do, and we love you for that. And yeah, if you do it next WrestleMania, I'm just gonna tip my hat to you, man. I know you're a big fan when it comes to just giving your all and giving your body for everything when it comes to just selling it, and you sold it real well, and hopefully we'll get to see you again next year, and that to Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks losing. I think she has an 0-6 record at WrestleMania, but big ups to Bianca Belair for winning the women's title, and it was, to say the least, when I watched that moment where Bianca hits Sasha Banks in the stomach area with her own hair, it was like a Singapore cane being hit shot, and you could even hear it on TV. And I was like, even I felt that. And I was like, whoo, man. So like, big ups to Bianca Belair and her WrestleMania moment. But the memorable moment of the night was when it came to Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus Miz and Morrison. And you could tell that Bad Bunny was put in the work beforehand, because he was taking it seriously, and this harkens back to Soulja Boy and his feud with Randy Orton, and how Soulja Boy thinks it's all fake, but Soulja Boy, talk to Bad Bunny and tell him if it was fake. You could learn something, man, because Soulja Boy did his thing. And the highlight of the night was, for me, when Bad Bunny did a Canadian Destroyer, or in this case, a Bad Bunny Destroyer.
Was he doing it? Whoa! Oh my God! Are you kidding?
just was mind blowing. I was like, I had to rewatch that thing over and over again. But yeah, that was awesome. And um, and that was and with that, Bad Bunny and the Damian Priest got the win, and to the point where they even got the respect of Miz and Morrison. As I went to watch on YouTube afterwards, their post interview after the match. And yeah, in any case, those are my thoughts of WrestleMania. What of WrestleMania 37 Night 1, and I'll share my thoughts on Night 2 soon after tonight's matches. All right, have a good one, guys. Later.